Hey guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to discuss about heroes that really need a buff because they're completely useless. No one is playing them, and quite often those are legendary heroes or even dark and light. So it's really a shame, and I really want to show you which ones I truly believe need a buff right now. And I also want to speak about heroes that really need a nerf because they are just overplayed. You can see them everywhere. They just destroy the meta. So let's jump into the case. Let's see who needs a buff, who needs a nerf. Make sure to leave a comment if you agree or you think I missed someone. And let's start with the heroes that actually need a buff. So let's start with the heroes that I truly believe need a buff because they're just completely useless, worst of the worst. And let's start with Like Nick. Like Nick right now, if you get him, even though it's a light hero, you most probably gonna be very disappointed and you're gonna rage a little bit because this character is completely useless. You can't, you can use him in some cases, but you won't because what he does is you can literally just not play anything and have 3 heroes in a team and it will be the same outcome. So how Light Nick actually works is kinda the same as Dark Nick, however, it's a bit different. So first of all, his ultimate does 100% damage, and the damage is just non-existent. However, you share your attack with all the team members in this group for 1 turn. So they get an attack buff that they play, and it's gone. You obviously also get the similar passive whenever you die as Dark Nick, so you get an invincibility, death, immunity buff for 2 turns. However, you do not get it if Light Nick is the last hero remaining on the battlefield. So if someone just chooses not to kill him or focus him and then he stays at the last, he will just die like anyone else. So again, this sucks a lot. And his A1 is again literally 0 damage. The only good thing is that you're gonna attack again if the champion you attack is under 50% and you're gonna attack all the enemies, but it's really hard to get, like, since he doesn't do really damage, you won't, just with Light Nick, you won't put anyone under 50% HP. So overall, like, this champion just got like, he has really nothing in his kit. Like, his ascension potentially on the paper should be kind of good because he will always go first in the game no matter what, unless someone in the opposite team is faster. But you take any champion in your team, win straight, Gobek, whatever, who's the fastest one, he will always get 1 speed more than any champion, the fastest champion in your team. So potentially, you can like set up a really nice nuke team. He goes first, you do his ultimate, you share your attack with everyone. But the fact is that since he doesn't really do that much damage, just there's way more better than him. A simple Mary will be 100% better than him. Yolanda 100% better than him. Wintrix 100% better than him. So overall, this champion is honestly never used. No one ever used him. No one was ever happy about him. So I truly believe he really needs a big buff right now to be relevant in some way. I just, yeah, maybe I will just make my head a little bit smaller so you can actually see what I'm showing. So you can actually see what I'm showing you. Oh my god. Anyway, let's jump into the second hero that I really think needs a buff, and it's Savannah. So Savannah right now, some people found use of her in the guild boss. However, Antuina remains still 100% better with a way higher damage than her. However, some people also started using her in the arena. Since we have those stall teams that basically you can, slowly grind your Savannahs and start getting the spells, she was kind of used in the arena. But now since we have Urzak, she's just way behind. Her damage is not enough. The simple fact that you need to set her up now, because basically you start the game with 4 turns cooldown on your S2 and 6 turns cooldown on your ultimate. So whenever you start the game, she will not have any spell beside her A1, and her A1 doesn't do damage. However, it reduces by 1 the cooldown of all the spells you have. So on the paper, it's a cool, cool I don't know, synergy, whatever, it works well. You can think it will work well, but the fact that you really need to use at least 2-3 turns before you get the ultimate, it's just not worth it, because any other champions, you just go into the game, you start with the ultimate, and the damage will be always higher than her. So overall, Savannah really needs a buff. She's a synthesis hero, so she's a free-to-play hero for all of us, and it's really sad to see that, well, she's basically that bad right now. Then we go into Gobek. So Gobek, same as Savannah, some people found use of him in the arena because he's very fast. You can potentially put him on a rebel set, but his damage is just inexistent. You can still build champions that might be faster than him, and it's really a shame and a waste of space right now to actually put him in any of your teams. And yeah, overall, Gobek is really not worth it. He has an amazing potential, but the fact that his damage, if I'm not mistaken, that is ultimate. Yeah, his ultimate basically scales with the character speed, but as we tested in my Gobek review showcase video, the scaling is just complete shit. The same issue is with Hugh. Basically, you can have 300 or 400 speed, it will still be better to ignore the speed, be on 150 speed, and just put way more attack and crit damage, that the results will be 100% better. So I truly believe the scaling, if they upgrade the scaling, I think Gobek might be a very dangerous character for the arena, but as it stands right now, he just doesn't do enough of damage, and since the meta right now is for very tanky teams, he's just completely useless. And I'm not even talking about PvE, because no one ever used Gobek in any of his PvE teams. Then we're gonna jump to Balbariff. Balbariff, very huge potential. He could do massive damage, and his ascension, basically, whenever he dies, he revives, and if during his revival mode he kills someone with his ultimate, the ascension is reset. So basically, you die, you revive, you ultimate, you kill someone, you can die again, you will revive, etc. So on the paper, this is very good. However, the champion is so slow, and it's just so easy to counter his revival that, again, no one is playing him. You can sometimes find him in the defenses team to counter a win tricks, but again, if you see a Balbariff, you just don't play a win tricks, and it's done. Same when it comes for PvE. You have every single epic fire hero is just 100% better than Balbariff, way higher damage. So yeah, overall, Balbariff very disappointing, lacking a lot of damage. I would suggest maybe to rework S1 or S2, which is basically really PvP oriented, but at the same time, it just doesn't do the damage to even consider playing him right now. So for sure, Balbariff, I really hope they're gonna rework it very soon. And another hero that obviously, two more heroes that really need a rework. We have Baddon. Since his nerf, he was over nerfed. The champion was the best, like he was crushing the game when the game started in soft launch. They nerfed Baddon for the official global launch, and since then, no one ever used Baddon. Even with his second ascension, which basically gives you 10% more damage for every negative buff, since they nerfed the description and what is categorized as a negative buff, Baddon is basically just useless right now. His ultimate before was extending poisons, burns, ignites, everything bleeds. Now it only extends negative buff as explained by the game, and a negative buff as explained by the game is something that reduce your resistance, your attack, something that reduces your statistic. So for example, a stun, anti-heal, no positive effects, poisons, etc. All of those are not counted as a negative effect, hence why just his damage is just not there. It's really hard to play him. You basically need to put focus on him to be able to land those debuffs, but at the same time you want attack and crit damage to make some damage. So overall, very hard to build, and very hard to set up to actually do some damage. And even with the best setup, you'll still find heroes that are way better than him overall in the game. So Baddon, since the nerf, a huge L, and I hope they will come back to their decision. And as a last hero, I will mention Tia. Tia, another hero, free hero, like Savannah from Synthesis. However, right now her damage is just inexistent. They already tried to buff her a little bit with her ultimate, which basically her ultimate will always freeze the champion you are focusing with 50% chance to froze the other enemies. However, again, since you really need to play her fast and with a lot of focus, her damage is just lacking. The freeze effect in this game, yes, it will increase the damage you do when you land it, but then you break it, so the whole purpose of control is not there. So overall, it's always like whenever you build a team that you need damage or nukers or AoE, whenever you look at Tia, you will always find something way better than her. And I just really think she's still lacking a lot of potential and damage, and overall she's just not that good. But let's jump now into the heroes that actually need a nerf, that are way overpowered that they should be, and let's see what do I think we should nerf there. So I don't think anyone will be surprised when I say Light Zakari needs a nerf. Light Zakari right now with his 50% passive, which is basically anytime you touch him, he has a 50% chance to have an additional turn that will trigger instantly, regardless of the speed, is just completely broken. If he goes against a brand, he can literally play over and over 20 times in one round. It's like he can basically kill your whole team in the arena within one round if he's lucky enough. It's just completely broken. And on top of that, critical strikes makes do 30% less damage. So he's also very tanky. You put a dragon scale, no, honestly, you put a revival on him, he's just completely broken. Like, because the more turns he will get on a revival, every additional turn he will just heal. So if you touch him 3 times and you are very unlucky, he can basically heal from 10 to 100% and kill someone from your team. So Light Zakari right now is completely broken. If you go into your arena top rankings, you will see Light Zakari in every single team. Light Zakari will be there. Now, yes, he can be easily countered, but not everyone has a Dark Nicholas, not everyone has the gear to do it. So right now, Light Zakari is almost impossible to bypass. You can try with Urzak, but again, it's a 50-50, very hard to do. So overall, I really believe that Light Zakari needs a huge nerf. Now, another hero that I also think that needs to be nerfed, but not in the same way as Light Zakari, is basically, let's be honest, Gangelo right now is the god of PvE. To unlock Gemini Dragon, Witch, and all the speed teams that exist right now, you need Gangelo. So, per se, I don't think we should nerf Gangelo, but I think they should create a hero that is cheaper or not as strong version of Gangelo that more people will be able to acquire. I don't know, a smaller version, epic version of Gangelo, who also increase the damage of poisons. I don't know. There's a lot of things that can be done, but I wouldn't nerf per se Gangelo, because obviously if his passive is nerfed, honestly he will become useless, and 70% of the speed comps right now won't be even possible anymore. So I wouldn't nerf him in that way. However, I would nerf the rarity of this champion and create a similar champion in an elite or in an epic that also maybe increase the damage of the poisons, not to that extent, but something similar to that, because Gangelo is just destroying the meta when it comes to PvE. Without Gangelo in PvP, you're just gonna cry around and be very disappointed that you don't have him. So the last champion that I think needs a nerf is Orion. Even though I love him, even though it was literally one of my first light heroes, when back in the day Orion was literally garbage, but since they actually buffed him, he just became an incredible hero. He's the best nuker in the game right now. He's a complete arena destroyer. You can literally destroy any team in the game with a huge gear with Orion. Just buffing him with Mary and Yolanda, you can literally one-shot every team in this game. Orion is a complete beast. His damage is just broken. When you speak about light and dark heroes and you get the Orion, those are the champions that you're actually like, yes, oh my god, I got it, game changer, incredible. However, I truly believe that it's kind of unfair, because let's be honest, if you have a Orion, to finish top 1 in the arena is just a joke. Without Orion, it's just such a pain in the ass. So either they need to nerf him a little bit in terms of damage scaling or damage that he does, or uh, create another Dark and Light hero that also is a AoE damage dealer. Because right now, when it comes to AoE damage dealers, we per se have Craze Urzak, we have Dark Nick and Orion. Both are very specific when we say AoE damage. Dark Nick, obviously, very specific. He's not as busted as Orion. It's very easy to counter him. However, Orion is just completely broken. His ultimate damage cannot be compared to any other hero right now in the game. You put him on an Avarice set, you can literally destroy one shot a Blackhorn, Metasia, whatever that are on 25k with a hack rim. The only way to actually not die from a Orion is the agility to deflect his damage, but other than that, no one can stop him right now. So I really believe he is a bit way overpowered as it stands right now in the game. So yeah guys, those are my picks for the nerfs and the buffs. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think I should add someone there? Honestly, I think those are the most heroes that affect me personally, hence why I also mentioned them. And those are also the heroes that I hear the most of echo on Discord, my Discord, in the comments on YouTube. However, if you personally feel that there's something I missed and there's something that is way overpowered and you should be nerfed, or something that is way more garbage and it should be buffed, please let me know in the comments and we'll more than happy to discuss it. So make also sure to join my Discord, follow my YouTube, follow my Twitch. All the links are in the description, guys. And it was your boy Troll. I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy your day, morning, evening, whatever. And I see you very soon.